Hey guys, welcome back to Mesha's Corner. Today I'm going to be making my Apple Ciroc Apple Pie. So yeah, let's get started. I want to talk a little bit about ingredients before I get started. I'm using both Granny Smith and I don't know what this is called, but it's a regular apple. And a lemon, butter. You're going to use a lot of butter in this recipe because I am making a Ciroc butter crust. I'm not making the traditional apple pie, pie crust. So yeah, so that's all I wanted to say. I'm also going to be making a whipped cream to go on top and a caramel. So yeah, now let's get going on the crust. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the crust for my pie. I'm going to go in here with 2.5 cups of flour, but I'm going to add half of it first. Then I'm going to go in here with all my butter. This is 2 sticks of butter, frozen, rock solid hard, that I diced up really small. Then you're going to go in here with a tablespoon of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, not too much. The rest of your flour. I think I need to invest into a bigger food processor because clearly this one is too small. And some lemon zest. This is optional. It's a little trick one of my mentors taught me to do, so that's why I'm going to do it. Maybe a teaspoon or so, not too much. Do not do lemon overkill in your crust. And now I'm going to pulse this. You're going to do short pulses until the butter breaks up. Remember, everything needs to be cold. Your water needs to be ice cold. Your blades need to be cold. Your butter needs to be rock solid hard. And yeah, so now I'm going to pulse it. So I don't have a very expensive camera yet, so you can't really see what's going on, but it does look really sand-like wet sand. So now we're going to move on from there. So now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of ice cold water. 1, 2, 3. Then I'm also going to add 3 tablespoons of my Ciroc. I'm making a mess. 1, 2, 3. This time the pulses should be a little longer because you want everything to come together. After every 30 seconds, because we're only going to pulse this for 1 minute, you're going to scrape down the sides, make sure everything is incorporated, and then we're going to move on from there. So this is how my dough came together somewhat. Clearly it's not going to be a hard ball, because you have to turn this out onto your counterwork surface, form a ball, wrap it in plastic wrap, and put it in a refrigerator for at least 30 minutes. So I'm going to wrap mine up in some plastic wrap and let it chill out in the fridge until we're ready to use it. I peeled and chopped my apples. I did cubes, like medium-sized cubes. You can do whatever shape you want to use. You don't have to go this route. So now we're going to season this up. So I'm going to go in here with about 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, a 1/4 cup of brown sugar, a 1/4 cup of regular sugar. If you want to add more sugar, that's on you. I don't want it too sweet, but if you want to add more sugar, cut back on sugar, you could definitely do that. I'm going to add a teaspoon of ginger down in here, a good heaping 1.5 teaspoons. Then I'm going to go in here with a 1/4 cup of my Ciroc down in there. For non-alcoholic drinkers, the alcohol is going to cook off, so you don't have to worry about, oh, am I going to get drunk or intoxicated eating this pie. That's definitely not going to happen, so don't worry about it. It will definitely cook off and the flavor will be left behind. Then you're going to zest a lemon in here. You're also going to need the juice, so it's probably going to end up with about 1.5 teaspoons of lemon zest. And then also to this, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of flour. Sprinkle it all down in there. Add the juice of your lemon and then mix this up. So I rolled out my dough and I already have the first layer in my pan. I didn't take the edges off yet because I want to crimp them with the top layer. So now I'm going to roll out the second layer of my dough. Now I'm going to take my fork and just poke like little holes in the bottom all over. And then I'm going to take my pie filling and just start filling it in there. My filling is probably enough for 2 pies. I'm going to see. You don't want to overfill your pies. And make sure you get some of that juice down in there. Even it out. And now I'm going to apply the top layer. Got my pie covered up. I'm going to keep this pretty simple. I'm not doing any type of like, you know, crazy designs. All I'm going to do is crimp my edges with a fork. That's all I'm doing to this pie. The excess dough that I have, I'll probably make a design out of that and put it on top of the pie, which I'll show you guys in a second. But as far as the edges, all I'm doing is crimping. It doesn't have to be perfect. Once it bakes up, it'll be nice and good. And you can start rolling out the excess dough like I have over there. I'm going to roll all that out and make maybe some circles or something to put on top of the pie. This pie already has a lot going on. Doesn't need any help. So now that I have my pie crimped, I'm going to brush it with egg wash. All I have in my bowl here is 1 whole egg, 1 egg yolk, and some water. Like a couple tablespoons of water. You're just going to brush the entire pie with your egg wash. And I'm going to take the little cutout circles that I made. These little baby cutout circles with my piping bag tips. And I'm just going to put them all around my pie list like this. This is optional. You don't have to do it. I had extra dough and I don't want to waste it. So this is why I'm doing that. Well, let me show you what I'm going to do to the top. You're just going to make a slit. I'm going to make a cross right through the top of my pie. You need somewhere for the air to escape from your pie, so I'm doing an X, just like that. Now you're going to put your pie into a 375-degree oven for about 40 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, I'm sorry, and make sure you check it in between that time. And that'll be it for the apple pie. So I know y'all done seen me make like caramel 100 times, but I'm going to show you again this time because I'm actually going to add Ciroc in here. So in my pot I have 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of heavy cream and 2 tablespoons of my Ciroc. Put this on the stove, bring it to a boil, let it reduce till it gets thick, and that's going to go over the caramel. At the end, I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of vanilla and some salt to this. Yeah, and I'm also going to make some whipped cream, but you can store by yours. It's optional. You don't have to get it, but yeah. So this is what my pie looks like with the whipped cream on top. Now I'm just going to drizzle on my caramel that I heated up earlier. No particular way, just drizzle it on there. By the way, I tasted the pie. This is the best pie I've ever had. I'm not even gonna lie. The Ciroc, you definitely taste it. Not the alcohol, but the flavors. You definitely taste the flavor of the Ciroc and the caramel. It's delicious. It's just really, really good. So this is what the apple pie looks like. All I did was put that Ciroc caramel all over. I put a little mint leaf right there just for presentation purposes and my pictures for Instagram. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time on my next video, which will be number 6. Okay, bye.